If I were running YouTube ads as a realtor with a $500 budget, this is exactly what I would do to get high quality seller leads and appointments on my calendar every single week. And just in the past year, I've spent well over six figures on YouTube ads alone for realtors across the States and Canada. And I found there's a lot of little nuances that people don't talk about, but also people don't understand how to take advantage of a lot of the custom audiences and segments on YouTube ads. So I'm going to show you it all and not gatekeep anything. And along with that, I'm going to show you the exact funnel, but also creating the ad, the landing page, the targeting, the custom audience, doing it all from scratch and actually building it with you so you can go out and just copy it and just put it into your market to get listings every month. So let's dive in. The best $500 YouTube ad funnel to get listings as a realtor. So first of all, what we're going to go through is a targeted YouTube ad targeting cold traffic, specifically getting in front of more people, growing your brand. We're going to send them to a landing page that's optimized for conversion. So we're not only getting views, getting clicks, but we actually have a way to capture their information. And that's how appointments happen, right? Now, the next part is a calendar page, getting some inbound appointments, people booking directly on your calendar. And all of that, we're also going to integrate some retargeting in there so you can stay top of mind, have an omnipresent approach. So once someone watches at least 25% or more of this initial YouTube ad right here, we know this person is interested in selling their home. So what we want to do is just hit them with retargeting ads. So social proof, value, just show them, hey, I'm a realtor, I'm doing production. And the person who stays top of mind is the person who's going to get the most business. And that's exactly what we do. Plus, it's a super low budget strategy. $15 per day on this one right here. And that comes out to about $500 over the month, which is better than most people do if you have a strategy like this, right? So I'm going to break this all down. And I'm going to do it step by step as well. So starting out with the YouTube ad to cold traffic. Now, the whole goal of, or let me explain this funnel really quick, right? So what we're doing is basically this initial video is a way to find who is actually looking to sell their home, who is motivated to sell their home. Now, of those people, what we want to do then is build another audience. This is where a lot of the conversions are going to happen, is the retargeting ad. So we're finding out, we're basically identifying who is serious in my specific market, who's serious about selling their home, and we're going to create a custom audience of those people and just target them specifically. Right? And that's where a lot of the conversions are going to happen. You're going to stay top of mind, and it's all going to lead back to the calendar page. This is what a lot of agents don't do, is they get all the traffic, but they have no way to actually convert them into a lead, into an appointment, right? And a lot of nowadays, like, leads are useless, right? A name, email, number doesn't mean anything if they're not looking to actually sell their home. So this is the most optimized strategy possible. And I'm going to set it all up. And of course, we have the landing page as well. I'm going to walk you through setting one up from scratch as well. Now, starting out with the targeted YouTube ad. Now, what we're going to do is use my best friend ChatGPT to help and write this script. I'm going to write it with you guys. Noah, a realtor in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm Noah, a realtor in St. Paul, Minnesota. I want to run a YouTube ad targeting motivated homeowners in the area with the goal of bringing in high intent sellers who need to sell their home with an agent. I want this ad to be 1 to 2 minutes long. The structure of it is a hook, grabbing attention and calling out who this is for, and a body, selling our unique mechanism, which I want to be a video, or let's just do an ebook, which I want to be a ebook about tips to sell their home faster. I want the ad to seem like it's not an ad at all, but super beneficial to them based on their situation based on their situation. I want to position our ebook as very unique and something extremely beneficial if they don't get it. And this is how you make it even more compelling. So you say the opportunity cost of them not clicking our ad should be much higher than them doing nothing. And this is all straight off the top of my head, so let's see what ChatGPT says and comes up with. Okay. And it even gives you a guideline of how you would actually record this, so that's kind of cool as well. So let's see what it comes up with. So if you're a homeowner here in St. Paul, you're even thinking about selling soon, whether it's next month or next spring, this might be the most helpful thing you'll hear today. And no, this isn't a pitch. I'm just a local agent who's seeing way too many people leave tens of thousands on the table simply because they didn't know a few key things before listing their home. Look, so there's no shortage of advice out there on how to sell a home, but most of it's generic. Zillow, perfect. This is awesome right here. What I'm gonna do is grab this script and I'm gonna break it down in over in this tab right here. So we're gonna put this in here and I'm gonna break it down with you guys so I can actually draw and stuff on this board. So starting out, so this is the hook right here. So this is the hook. Okay. So first of all, starting out, we're calling out who this is for. So if you're a homeowner and where in St. Paul, those call outs are always really good, the location, because if someone sees an ad, hey, if you're a homeowner, like it just seems so broad. So this is good right here. You want to call out where this is for and then who is this for? If you're thinking about selling soon, even thinking about it. So you add this word because it's like, hey, if you're even considering it, whether it's next month or next spring, this might be the most helpful thing you'll hear today. So it's building curiosity. And then you're saying, hey, no, this isn't a pitch. I'm just a local agent who's seeing way too many people. I wouldn't mention you're a local agent right away because part of it, you just want to find out who's serious in selling because some people might be deterred from listing with an agent right away. That's some of the people I see come in from the YouTube ads is they're not opposed to working with an agent, right? And that's how a lot of my clients get listings. But they're also maybe if they hear, oh, this is an agent, they're trying to get my business, they're just not going to listen. So I would take that out and add it down the line once you have more trust with them. I see way too many people leave tens of thousands on the table, and this is also going to build curiosity. It's a consequence. So if I don't do something, the cost of me not doing anything is leaving tens of thousands on the table simply, and then you make it seem super simple because they didn't know a few key things before listing their home. Now look, there's no shortage of advice out there. Most of it's generic. So this is what we want to lean into. The Zillow, the cookie cutter tips. That's why I put together a short guide specifically. So make it tailored to them for homeowners here in St. Paul. It's called 7 Smart Tips to Sell Your Home Faster and for More. So give your unique mechanism a name as well. And this is why a lot of these, when you probably get calls from lead gen people, right? They say, oh, our proprietary seller acquisition funnel AI booking bot, something like that, right? People give their unique mechanism names because it makes it seem more unique, even though it's probably stuff they've already seen before, right? So here's just give it a unique name. And also I always like having a number in there. So it's like 7 smart tips rather than just smart tips. It seems a lot more actionable. Now, let's see what it says next. It's not fluff. These are strategies we use with our own clients. Things like how to time the market, what updates actually. So I do like this. I like talking about the market because the market is a very touchy thing. It goes up and down. Some people feel strongly, oh, I'm not able to sell now because of interest rates. But I think I don't know if you want to mention timing the market. I think how to sell in any market. I would say that. What updates actually increase value in this neighborhood. And one trick we use to create bidding wars. I love this right here. Even when the market's cooled down, especially in a market like today, as of recording this, listings are sitting on the market for much longer than before, and it's going up. So if you can mention this, how to create bidding wars even in a slower market, that's gonna really get their interest. Here's the thing, most sellers wait until they're a week out from listing before getting serious. By then, it's often too late to fix the small things that could have made a big difference in a time or price market. So you're basically kind of anchoring it, hey, you don't want to miss out on this and by under preparing, right? It's better to be over prepared. The ebook lays it all out. And then you're tying it all back to the ebook, which is what we have. And this is selling our unique mechanism. It's free, no catch. Honestly, if you don't grab it, you're just operating blind in a market that rewards being prepared. So I like it. Again, another consequence. And so if you're even considering selling in the next 6 or 12 months, do yourself a favor, grab this guide. It's helped a lot of people here in St. Paul sell smarter, and it might save you thousands. Click below, and I'll send it right over. So I do really like that. So this right here, this is yeah, it already says the final call to action. This is a really good ad right here, right? So what I would do then in ChatGPT is say, hey, just go take this exact script, keep the body and the call to action the exact same. Just give me 4 or 5 different hooks that we can go and test out. So this would be one hook right here, but then you want to go test out a couple other hooks. Now for this example, I think we can just run with one ad because it's just $15 per day. Right? If you really want to get serious about results, I would go at least $50 a day on the seller side, right? But of course, we have a $500 budget for this one. So that would be the ad itself. And if you do want this ChatGPT prompt, just comment below ChatGPT and I'll send it over to you. Now, the second part of it is the landing page. Now, I'm actually going to be building this with you guys from scratch. So let's go over here, and I'm using Go High Level. We're going to do St. Paul seller landing page. We're going to create, and this is, you guys can use anything. I'm just familiar with High Level personally, and I'm not sure if Follow Up Boss or KV Core has an option to make a landing page, but I would for sure look into High Level if you're looking for one. It's super simple, and it's pretty cheap as well. If you are thinking about signing up, I can send over a link as well, and you can get my snapshot that I use for my clients. Opt-in and then calendar. Okay. So we're going to keep this super simple, and I'm going to go through this pretty quick, but it's going to be setting up from scratch. So what we're going to do, we're going to create from blank, always do blank, and we're going to see how quick we can get this done. But I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to show you a landing page that's better than 99% of people's, because the thing is, even if you have the best ad in the world, like even if you use a super optimized script, you have the best strategy, it doesn't matter if your landing page is terrible, right? Because you're not going to get anyone to actually convert on the landing page, right? So we're going to go right here, and the first thing I like to do is always add a header. So St. Paul homeowners. Right, so it's just calling out who this is for. Let's move it up a little bit. So decreasing the padding. And if you've never seen this before, it might be a little confusing, but it is pretty straightforward. So I just want to change the color as well to red. Now the next thing we want to do, we want to add the headline. Sorry, I'm blanking right here. So what we're going to do, this is going to be the main headline, how we're getting their attention. Also, we're going to make this a little smaller. That's good right there. So now what we want to do for the headline, one of probably the simplest way you can do it is by making it basically the hook of your ad. So in our ad, we're basically saying, thinking about selling soon might be the most helpful thing. So it's basically, we need to look at what's the benefit of them getting this. You could do something like how to create bidding wars even when the market's slowed down, or I was looking for one part of it, whether it's in short guide 7. So what I would do is just do 7 smart tips to sell your home faster and for more in today's market. So just super simple. Okay. Make it bigger. 7 smart tips to sell your home faster. So let's change the color of these as well. Faster and for more. Faster and for more in today's current market. Okay. And we're going to do bold text will be red. And then we can do, what we want to do then is do a 2-column row. I always do a very similar thing. So it's going to be image. This is where we're going to add a picture of our ebook. I don't have one. well, I probably can. I have so many downloads, but I would just, you can even go ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, make me a picture of this 7 smart tips to sell your home faster and for more ebook, right? And then what we want to do here is the form. So we're gonna add the form. You're gonna do your opt-in form with a good call to action in there. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a 3 column. And right here, what we're doing is basically a bullet list, and it's gonna be, actually let's add a head. I want to add a headline right in here. So here's what's inside. Here's what's inside. Now I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. On my landing page, please give me 3 bullet points to reinforce the value inside this ebook. Simple and concise. For the homeowners. See, so it's like, it's just crazy like what you can do with it, but I wouldn't leave it up to chance, and I would just have ChatGPT tell you, right? It's super, super simple. Discover the best timing strategies to sell faster, avoid sitting on the market for months. We'll duplicate this, and what we'll do is make it change the icon. We will do a check mark. Check mark will make it green as well. So icon color green. And we will duplicate this, move it over here, duplicate it one more time, move it over here. And now we're gonna put in this one. And you can see it even bolds it for me. So basically what we're doing is we're just trying to sell it, but keep it super simple. Like this right here is super solid. And what I would even do is move this below the fold. So you see, this is the top of my landing page. I don't want this to show up on the same, where right when they open the page, because I want the whole focus to be filling out the form. So what we'll do then is just add some more padding. It's super simple, but we're going to add the padding. Now, the second thing we want to do is check it on mobile. And a huge problem I see with realtors running ads is they have decent ads, but they end up getting so many clicks, so many views, and no conversions because their landing page is just terrible because they don't optimize it for mobile, right? So what you need to do is make sure you're looking at it on mobile, because that's where a majority of traffic comes from, and that's gonna be what's most important. Otherwise, you can go with wasting thousands of dollars on ads, and you could even have a good ad, be getting good metrics, but no conversions because your landing page is just terrible and it's not optimized for mobile. Now, what we're going to do here, again, you just want to make sure it looks very clean on mobile. So we're going to hide this one on desktop, and we're going to hide this one on mobile. And then we're going to move this down right here, right below the form, because we want the form to be the main goal. But you can see right here, super, super simple. That's a landing page right there. You can literally just go and copy this landing page and start getting deals with YouTube ads, Facebook ads, if you're using this landing page, or Google ads. But this is a super, super solid landing page right here. Now, what we're going to do is just save that. We're going to click the form, and when someone submits information, we want them to go to the next step, which is the calendar page. So we're going to go up here, calendar, and basically what we want to do first is just, hey, success, your ebook is on its way. Or your ebook is on its way. And then what we're going to do is add one headline. Step 2, book your free home valuation with Noah, right? So again, headlines are important. Tell them like what's in it for them. And we're going to calendar. And then you're just going to select your calendar. Boom. Super, super simple, right? And I would make this look a little cleaner, right? But you can see really solid. already, or it's nothing crazy, but this is going to be something that actually converts, actually gets you appointments, people booking on your calendar rather than you having to be the one reaching out, chasing them down, right? It really changes the dynamic when you are running YouTube ads and they go and just book on your calendar. You're no longer the realtor chasing them down. They're actually coming into you. They see your value, and a lot of times it's just going to increase your conversion rate, but also they trust you, whatever you're willing to price the home at. So even in a slower market where homes are sitting on the market for longer, the underpriced ones where you price them a bit lower, a bit more strategically, and the sellers actually agree with that and they trust you, those are the ones where you're still able to sell them. And that's what these YouTube ads bring in, is those people who trust you and see your value, see you as the authority, right? So of course we're going to check it on mobile as well. So we're going to go right here, definitely make it smaller. And a lot of it's just like gut feeling. It's like, is this something you would click on, right? So just use your gut, use your intuition. Super simple. And then there's the calendar page right there. So that's literally setting all of it up. Again, you would go and just publish it, but that's going to be a very good funnel right there. So now we have all of these steps out of the way. The last part of it is retargeting someone who watches 25% of the video. So you can do a custom audience of people who watch at least 25% of your ad. So now let's go pull up the ad manager and I'll walk you through setting that up. So once you're in your ad account, to set up the custom retargeting audience for your YouTube ads, we're going to go over to tools right here, and we're going to go to audience manager. Now from there, we're going to go to your data segments. You're going to click plus and you're going to click YouTube users. Now this is going to be watched 25% or more of ad. Now customer type, we're just going to do all customers right here. So anyone, and we're going to make sure you select the video that you linked. So you're going to choose that one. Viewed the video as ads in the last, let's do 90 days. You're gonna keep this the same. We're gonna click continue, and you can see right here, successfully created, watch 25% or more of the ad. It's gonna be anyone who did view the ad, and those are the people who we are going to retarget specifically, right? So now that we have that, we set up the exact audience. Now we know, okay, we can retarget those people specifically. And what you do with this is just retarget them with social proof, show them you're doing production, and it all is going to lead back again to the calendar. So you get people just booking directly on your calendar, booking inbound appointments from your YouTube ads. And that's all with just a $500 YouTube ad budget per month. Now that's the whole process right there. I hope that was helpful. If you want me to send over any of the resources from this video, the script, the landing pages, the links, any of that, a guide on how to set it all up, just comment below or shoot me a DM on Instagram. Now, if you are a realtor, you want someone to set your YouTube ads up for you, right? You can either, I show you all this so you can go set it up, or you can have someone like myself or someone else go do it for you. And if that's you, kind of like my vibe, like what I'm saying, feel free to go check the link in the description below and book a call, see how it would look in your market. Also, if you are running YouTube ads, I'll give you a free audit on your current strategy. If that sounds like something you would potentially be interested in, check the link below, book whatever works for you, and I'll see you soon. Other than that, have a good rest of your day.